Hello students, I am Dr. Debanjana. Today I am here to discuss the clavicle bone or the collar bone. So the word clavicle means a small key, which is S-shaped curved bone. It is located horizontally on the anterior aspect of the body at the junction of the root of the neck and root of the trunk. Now it articulates like it joins medially with the sternum and the first rib cartilage and laterally with the acromion process of the scapula. So its function is it acts as a strut meaning a rod. So it supports the upper limb and helps in the transmitting of forces from the upper limb to the axial skeleton, that is the sternum, which is placed right over here, but I don't have the sternum at the moment. So yeah, and there are 7 peculiarities of the bone in which clavicle is the only long bone which lies horizontally. It is controversial, but it is believed that there is no medullary cavity. It is subcutaneous throughout its extent, so it is easily palpable. And it is the first bone to start ossifying between the 5th and the 6th week of the intrauterine life and last bone to complete its ossification. It is the only bone that has 2 primary centers, that is at the lateral end and at the medial end. So it is also the only bone that ossifies in the membrane except for its medial end, which is ossifying in the cartilage form, which is also known as membranocartilage. It is pierced by the cutaneous nerve, that is the intermediate supraclavicular nerve, which you'll be able to read in further classes. So the first is the anatomical position and site determination, but once you are asked in the exam, you have to explain the features and the supporting answers to justify the anatomical position and the site determination. So now we talk about the anatomical position. It should be held in pen holding position, in which the medial or the sternal end should be directed forward and downward, having an enlarged and quadrangular shape. Also in the lateral end or the acromial end, it will be acting as a complementary to the to that of the medial side, like when we are holding it forward and downward, so automatically this elevates up, so it is upward and goes backward. So that's how the anatomical position of the clavicle should be. So the features to identify that which is the lateral end and the medial end is, the lateral end is flattened and has an oval facet which articulates with the medial margin of the acromion, which forms the acromioclavicular joint. Acromion is a process which is present in the scapula, which you must have studied earlier. So that's how the acromioclavicular joint is formed. Also, it provides attachment to the fibrous capsule of the acromioclavicular joint, which is somewhere here. And the medial end is enlarged and quadrangular, and it articulates to the clavicular notch of the manubrium sterna, which is again not with me, the sternum bone. So it forms the sternoclavicular joint. Now this is the shaft of the clavicle, which is divided into lateral 1/3 and medial 2/3. So this lateral 1/3 is flattened from above to downward. It has 2 surfaces, that is the superior surface and the inferior surface, 2 borders, that is anterior border and posterior border. This superior surface is having a subcutaneous, as I said that this is a subcutaneous bone throughout. So the subcutaneous between the attachment of the deltoid muscle, here the deltoid muscle is attached, and trapezius muscle on the posterior border. And the inferior surface has a conoid tubercle and a trapezoid ridge. This conoid tubercle and this trapezoid has 2 as a part of coracoclavicular ligament respectively, which is like conoid part of coracoclavicular ligament and the trapezoid part of the coracoclavicular ligament. This conoid tubercle is located on the inferior surface of the clavicle near the posterior border at the junction of the lateral 1/4 and medial 3/4 of the clavicle. This trapezoid ridge extends forward and laterally. This is with the respect of the conoid tubercle. This anterior border has a small tubercle, that is the deltoid, which is not prominent in this bone, but it is usually appreciating. And the posterior border has the insertion of the trapezius muscle, and this medial 2/3 is cylindrical in shape and has four surfaces. One is the anterior surface, the posterior surface, superior surface, and the inferior surface. This anterior surface gives the origin of clavicular head of the pectoralis major, which gets attached here, and pectoralis major is a chest muscle, and posterior surface has the origin of sternohyoid muscle. Also in this part of the superior surface, it has sternocleidomastoid. In the inferior surface, you get something like this. It's a oval impression to which there is a costoclavicular ligament, which attaches with the first rib of the costal cartilage, and then there is a subclavian groove, which is very important for the inferior surface, and this groove has two margins. This is the margin in which the clavipectoral fascia is attached, and in this subclavian groove we get the subclavian muscle and the vessels. And this is the nutrient foramina, which is also present in the inferior surface of the clavicle. So that's how the clavicle bone is all about, and I'll be sharing my PPT with you so that you understand how the clavicle bone is. If there is a query, then please drop messages so that we can guide you easily. Thank you.